Jessica here with Home Sweet Farmhouse, and in this video we're talking about blanket storage. So if you are anything like me, you have a ton of blankets, and if you were to walk into my house right now, you'd be like, oh my gosh, Jessica, why do you have so many blankets? I love blankets because they're warm and cozy, and I'm always cold. And so I just love having blankets, and I love having options for blankets. And anytime I see one in a store that is just super cute, I feel like I need to buy it. So I have a ton of blankets around the house. In addition to that, I use a lot of blankets for my pets. I use them to protect their bedding. So I actually just posted a video on my other dog channel that is all about how to keep your dog beds looking in in really good condition for a long period of time. So if you're interested in that, I will link that down below. But I use blankets and throws and sheets for all kinds of things. I use them for my cats as well. So I have a ton of blankets, and I like to have options. I like to have different colors and different thicknesses, different weights, because especially in the winter, I love having lots of blankets on the bed. I like having blankets on the couch with me so I can curl up. So if you're anything like me, you have a ton of blankets. And right now is a really good time, since we're all at home, to start organizing and arranging things. And why not take your blankets and make them look nice in your home? So of course you can always drape them over the side of the couch or the arm of a chair, and I do that, but I have so many blankets and I have very little closet storage. So I need to find, and I'm sure many of you do as well, that's why you landed on this video, you need to find other ways of storing your blankets that look nice in your home, and you just don't have, piles of blankets in the floor of your living room or bedroom. So I want to show you one way that you can store blankets, and that's with a blanket basket. This is one that I just got on Amazon, and I actually just ordered another one for my bedroom. So it's a really nice big basket. They're very inexpensive. They come in different colors, so you can pick really neutral tones to match your decor in your home. You can pick wild tones too if you really like big, bright, wild colors. I picked something fairly neutral. It's just white, and this is actually black, but it looks gray on the camera. And it actually looks gray from a distance, which works out because I have a lot of white and gray in my house, and I'm incorporating even more white and a little bit of gray just to make things brighter and fresher. It is springtime after all. So pick out a blanket basket. This one I just got on Amazon. I will put the link in the description below so you can check it out. If you like it, you can grab it. If you see other ones that are similar, this one has the handles woven in, and I really like that. They are really secure. They're like triple stitched right here. You can't really see it on the camera, but they're like triple stitched right here. So they have a really good handle that doesn't feel like it's going to come off. It's not too terribly flimsy. So what we're going to do is go through our blankets and figure out which ones we want to put in the blanket basket. And when you're doing this, now I have a hard time letting go of blankets because I love them so much, but when I do purge blankets, old blankets that maybe I haven't really used them in a long time, I always donate them to a local rescue or animal shelter. So if you are going to be purging your blankets, I highly encourage you to donate them to an animal in need, because they really go a long way. I mean, if you think about an animal that doesn't have a home, having something warm and cozy to cuddle up with is going to provide some security to them in a very unsecure time in their life. So I highly encourage you to do that. But once you pick out all of the blankets that you're going to have and you have your blanket basket, what we're going to do, we got a little tape measure here. So I'm going to measure the height of my basket. And I'm going to figure out about how much higher than the basket I want my blankets to go. And this doesn't have to be exact, and it can be different for you. It doesn't have to be the exact same measurement that I'm using. But I'm going to say I want my blankets to come a little bit above. So I'm looking at around 19 to 20 inches. Now, all of your blankets don't have to be the same height, or they can be, depending on how you prefer looking at it. And maybe you get all of the blankets in here and they're at one height, and you say, you know what? I want to try some at different heights. Go for it. This is all about what makes you happy, what makes you smile. And Kim is over here. I'm going to show you real quick. What you doing, Kimberly? You rooting around in the blankets? Good job, monkey. Good girl. So it's all a personal preference, but I'm going to show you how I do mine. So I'm taking the height of my blanket basket and I'm measuring up to about where I want my blankets to be. So I'm looking at, you know, around 19, maybe 20 inches. And again, they don't all have to be the same height in the basket. I kind of like mine to be close to the same height, not exact, but pretty close. So what we're going to do is take our blankets and take our measuring tape. Once you start doing this, you kind of get a feel for folding and keeping everything in about the same height when you're folding it. But to start out, go ahead and lay out your measuring tape and figure out how high you want your blankets to reach when you're stacking them. So we're gonna take our first blanket here and I'm gonna pull it out to full size just so you can see what we're starting from. So we're starting with full-size blanket and I want to fold it down to where it has a height of about 19 to 20 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fold this in threes and see if we can get it down to the height we want. So right here, I'm looking at I'm almost 22 inches. So it's getting me pretty darn close. So I'm gonna go ahead and just try it out and see how I like it in the basket. So now I'm gonna take my blanket and you can roll it all the way if you want. I like folding mine in half almost. I'm leaving a little space here. I haven't completely folded it in half. I have a little space here for my edge. And you can, if you don't like seeing the edges of your blankets, start from the end. If you don't mind seeing the edges, go ahead and start at the other end, whichever way you prefer. Again, everything is a personal preference. So we're just gonna roll it up like so, and place it in our basket, just like that. And then we're gonna do the same for our other blankets. Now, depending on how big, like I have some blankets that are pretty darn big, and I have some blankets that are pretty small. So just kind of get a feel for how tall you want them to be in your basket. And this one actually is a little bit tall for me, so I might adjust it a little bit more, but we'll see as we go. So we're just gonna start taking our blankets and folding them down to a good height for our basket. So now this one I've got around 18, 19 inches, which is pretty nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and start rolling this one. This one's gonna have an edge on it just so you can see the difference. Like so. And place it in the basket. So you can see there is a little bit of a height difference here, which doesn't really bother me, but it might for you, so you might want to adjust. You might want to adjust for that. So now I'm going to take a smaller throw blanket that I have here, see where we're at height-wise. So if I'm at 31 inches, I don't quite want it that tall. So I'm going to fold this in threes. And now I'm about 21, 22 inches, which is about the same as the first one I did. So this one is longer, so I'm gonna fold it in half, almost in half. Flip it around, and I'm gonna start rolling in. Just like that. We'll get our third blanket in the basket, just like that. So you can see it's really starting to turn into a cute little basket that has some cute little blankets in it. So now I'm gonna take one. This one was actually previously rolled up because this one's a really big guy. So I folded this one. How did I fold this one? Folded this one into thirds and then I rolled it over in half. Let's see. So this one has the tassels on the end, which you'll see here in a minute. So I want to have those hanging out on the end because I like the look of that. If you don't, fold the other or roll the other way. So now you see it has these like tassels on the end, which I think are super cute and add some texture into the basket. And I'm actually going to let that kind of hang over the side there, which I really like. It's just adding some texture into the basket. So keep doing this with your blankets until your basket is full. So once you have filled your basket and you're satisfied with how it looks, of course you can rearrange these if you have different colors that you maybe want in different patterns inside of your basket. Once you're done with it, once you have all of your blankets inside, you can put your blanket basket next to your couch or your fireplace or your bed, somewhere that's easily accessible for you to just grab a blanket and go. And I think this looks really super cute, especially if you have one color palette going on with your blankets. I have a lot of blankets that are kind of animal themed, and so I might be changing these out for more solid color palettes if I'm going to put them maybe in my living room. This might be fine for my bedroom, but for my living room, I might have just solid color palettes or something like this, which is really cute as well. So once you have everything rolled and put into your basket, you're ready to go. You can just organize it by color or by size, by texture, whatever works for you, whatever is visually appealing for you. And yeah, so you have your rolled blankets in your blanket basket. I think this is super cute. And if you've tried something similar, or if you've been looking at blanket baskets and you just weren't sure how to use them, of course, let me show you another way. You can also, if you don't have so many blankets, you can take your blanket basket and you can fold your blankets like this. So say you have a blanket, you're just gonna fold it and you're gonna put it in the bottom, so it doesn't really even matter how awesomely it's folded. So you can just start stacking your folded blankets in your blanket basket, and then once you get close to the top of your basket, take a blanket that is just there for looks and kind of hang it over the side of your basket, just like that. That's also super cute. It really just depends on what you find visually appealing. You can also take a pillow and throw in here as well. Take a throw pillow and stick it in here. It's gonna provide a lot of color, a lot of texture, and a lot of really pretty just accents in your home decor. So I hope this video helps you to figure out how to use a blanket basket in your home. If you already have a blanket basket, or maybe if you have questions about other pieces to put in your home or how to organize items in your home that maybe are difficult to organize like blankets, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love to be able to help answer your questions, especially about organization. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Really, it helps my channel grow so much. Or if you didn't like it, put a thumbs down. Either way, let me know what you think about this particular video so I know whether this is good content for you or if you want some different content. If you do like it, or if you don't like it, leave a comment below and let me know what you liked or what you didn't like about it. And if you have a suggestion, if you want me to do a video to help you out with something, leave it in the comments below, and just maybe my next video will be answering your question. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like cleaning, organizing, decorating, and DIYs, make sure to become a comfort creator and subscribe to this channel by clicking the subscribe button. Once you click that button, a bell will pop up. Click the bell, select all notifications. That way, YouTube can notify you every time I post a new video. Thanks so much for being here and watching this video, and I will see you in the next video.